in the game, and I am into military a lot, so I do know some stuff about jets, tanks, and all. So I'm gonna be, seeing today how the game is, and like actually explaining some parts of it, and well, also trying to like show you which parts are realistic, which parts aren't. And either way, this game is just pretty fun. The reason I'm not going to be doing the current mission I'm working on is that I've been trying for a month now. That mission is going to take too long, and I'll probably end up failing in the first try, and I probably won't be able to get it done. Also, the reason I'm streaming a lot is because my computer is too old and sucks at editing, so I can't edit through there. And the reason I have thumbnails is because my phone is water damaged, and yes, I do use it for thumbnails because I find it a lot more easier than Photoshop, because one, Photoshop's expensive, and two, I can't use Photopea or GIMP either because I just don't know how to use them. So let's try this mission. I can't remember what it is. Rescue, I think it's the one where you have to, someone just started a party. That's gonna mess everything up. It's gonna like have a huge black box on the side of the screen. I'm not really sure if this part probably isn't realistic, because like I'm not sure if maps are set out like this. I think they just pretty much use a normal map, but then again, that's just to make the game look a bit better. Okay, so what jets should we use? It's loading in. Why does it say MiG-21 in the description? It's a MiG-29. Oh wait, no, I should probably read it. Yeah, never mind. It was after. Hold on, let me read its description because I'm gonna mess something up. Yeah, okay, I already know that stuff. F-14D. Here's the thing, I'm not sure, because for this mission I could use an A-10 because you're mainly meant to take out ground targets, but then the issue is you also have to dogfight, and this thing sucks at dogfighting. It's more of a ground support jet. And then with the F-14, the issue is it can do a lot of damage to ground targets. I'm just gonna somehow find a way to crash into a building. Then again, I think this is alright, I guess. Could go with the MiG-21 Bison, but the issue with this is it's not the best. I'm gonna go with the F-14, and also one really unrealistic thing is they made the F-16 the most shittest aircraft in the game, which is complete fiction. Oh, now here's the hard part. Either put air-to-air missiles, or hold up, I have one that can hit like ground targets. No, all my good jets have air-to-air missiles. Oh, this is gonna be hard. I'll go with the F-14 if anything goes wrong. It just does. Go with the 8 anti-air missiles, and then yeah, I think that should be it.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
I'm gonna skip that. Oh, there's a bug in my room. Wasn't that nice? Rescue the former president. There's a reason why I'm doing this mission, because there's a part in it that I'm not too sure about, but I'll try to explain. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm not, but here's what I think of it. But first, let me get past this.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out.
I'm not really sure about huge radar bubbles. I guess that radar does have a distance, but they wouldn't make it this like this stupid where they would just put radar in like every area except some huge gaps in the middle. They have got the wings of the F-14 pretty well. If I slow it down, the wings come out. If I speed it up, the wings fold back in. So that's one thing they've got realistic about it.
Mage 2, the enemy detected your movement.
Oh, I'm not meant to shoot my weapons. That's actually a smart part about this game. If I did shoot my weapons in real life, they would have detected it, and exactly what just happened now, mission failed. I'm not going to comment about the cockpit of the aircraft, because I actually haven't looked at an F-14's cockpit, but I would look at it right now. The only issue is, as I said before, phone's water damage, so I can't. Should probably not just look around. Okay, so I'm gonna... I mean, one thing they have got is the water on the glass. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I guess that would be kind of realistic. Not really too sure about that. So I'm not really gonna comment on it much, but it is really annoying in the game. I'm actually, if anyone knows about this part, like about the Air Force and all, where like if you fly low and into clouds, are you meant to do that, or like I'm talking about when it's raining, are you meant to fly into clouds? Because you can do that, just would it be best? Because I know you would eventually have to do it if you're trying to fly above the clouds, but would you like fly directly into clouds knowing it's stormy? I mean, if the ice gets stuck in my intakes, that could be bad. I'm not sure if they would melt it or not. Should probably do research on some of this stuff, not just like the aircraft's engine speed and weaponry. Should probably do research on what happens if, because I know if anything other than air gets in the intakes with some jets. I say some jets because others can survive longer, but pretty much I've heard that most of the time they mess up the engines because pretty much the engines only like oxygen, they don't really like any other gas. With the sound from my PS4, it makes me feel like I'm actually in this jet. That thing's I cleaned the ventilation out like a week ago. There's no lint or anything in there. There's no dust, yet it's still making those horrible fan noises.
Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
Should probably pull up a bit.
Entering clouds. Making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point.
This is scary. Like when you put the map to large and then you look back at the map and then turns out you're going through a really narrow gap, and if you don't go back to the mini-map version, it's gonna mess everything up. Oh no, I'm gonna, let me just quickly do a sharper turn here. So that's where I'm meant to go to, the space tower, apparently, or space elevator. Then again, this isn't a realistic world, this is, the countries are completely different, but pretty much these are the Russians, equivalent to Russians, can't speak today, equivalent to Americans, that's what I am. But yet the Russians still use, the equivalent to Russians still use American aircraft, and same with the equivalent to Americans. They pretty much use any type of aircraft. But like they're famous for Sukhois, which I understand because they're equivalent to Russia. I think we're famous for the. Oh, I've just let myself into a trap. We turn here, go forward. This is scary. I wonder if I was in like a F-35 or F-22, would I be detected by these? Because because the whole point of the F-35 and F-22 is not to get detected easily. Then again, a Sukhoi Su-30 detected a Chinese J-20, but China has shit 5th generation aircrafts. I mean, not that bad, but they are bad for a 5th gen aircraft. I think the Dassault Raphael's better than the J-20. Personally, I'm not sure, but I think the J-10 is pretty much just a J-20, but a bit more agile. J-10, it's alright. It's like it's like a good fighter if you want a 4.5 generation fighter and your country doesn't really have many other contacts other than China. Saying this because I'm from Pakistan and we are using the J-10 by early 2022. Because that's when the deal's set and that's when probably gonna have it. There's one thing that I quite find weird is, don't you think we're flying over a civilian populated area, don't you think one of them would be suspicious of the fact, actually no, this area is occupied, so then again I don't see why they would, like, you know, snitch on us flying a jet over here. And then they could also think it's an enemy jet, or they could also think that, actually no, because like even if civilians are here, there's also probably military, and they're probably wondering why a jet from my Eurasia. I think I'm playing as Eurasia. I'm not sure, but like another jet's here.
Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started.
Okay.
Radio silence is now lifted.
Yeah, this is definitely not how you see targets.
Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
Ah.
H2 missile. H2 missile launch. H2 target destroyed. H2 target destroyed.
Time 9 minutes to take these anti-air vehicles down. Oh shoot. This is like really not scary, but it pumps adrenaline into you, knowing the fact that you can't fly into this space elevator, you can't get hit by a missile when there's like several flying around you, and you have to slow your speed down to take out the other aircraft. So just evaded that missile, but then look where I ended up, right in front of the space tower.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond.
Really like some support here.
Shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before that. H2 target down.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do something very risky. Well, you're probably not gonna do that if you're in the Air Force, because that's too risky to actually do. But since this is more of an arcade type game, you're meant to get like low and near the enemy so you can get accurate shots.
H2, rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them. Half of the anti-air guns down.
How many left? Oh shoot, I've been hit. If that hit me in the engine, I should be going down by now. But since, as I said before, this is more of an arcade type game, so I'm not going down. But in real life, if that thing hit my engine, my jet wouldn't be able to last. Oh shit.
Half of the SAM sites are down.
I shouldn't be alive. And if I should be ejecting. My plane shouldn't be able to fly. I shouldn't be able to fly. But like I said before, it's an arcade type game. I mean, this speed, depending on how fast you're going and like what aircraft you're in and what you're doing in that aircraft, the speed can be a bit scuffed and tell you something else. In real life, some aircraft can't even go, like the A-10 in this game sometimes can go past Mach 1, which is completely incorrect. I mean Mach 1 just by flying stationary. Like, I mean stationary, I mean it's still moving in the air, it's just not you know, going directly down or going directly up or moving around. It's just flying still.
All SAM sites down. All anti-air guns destroyed. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are cleared to land. Roger.
Okay, we secured the area now. The I think the Marines or Special Forces, they're gonna start landing and taking over the space elevator by force to rescue the president. Here they are.
Rescue craft tag on. Initiate. Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles. It's been a long journey, but you're on the
Drones.
stretch.
It's pretty much the story is these are really high-tech drones. Not sure how long it's going to take until we have drones capable of, like, we have drones that are made for air superiority, but like drones that actually, what's the word, like, I can't really think of something, but just get super advanced. That's what I'm trying to say then, I guess.
Mage 2, walking.
Missed 4 shots. Marvelous. Okay, I need to ignore the anti-air guns. I need to take out the containers because they're launching these things. Should probably take the drones out too while I'm at it because they're wrecking everything in the sky and ground right now.
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up. Express identified. Behind the gantry crane. Mr. Harling, stay right there. Jacob's been hit.
Hit. There's a drone over there. Just try to take it out.
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive?
It's pretty much a rescuing the president here. I should probably take that drone out. I think the drones can actually attack yeah, they can. Pretty sure they can attack the aircraft that has the president in it. Missed. Ah, these drones are pissing me off. They're not strong, they're just irritating. I mean, the realism is good with like the jets and all, and like sometimes speed can be a bit unrealistic, and some other aspects too. Just the fact that one missile isn't going to take me down is unrealistic. A shot to the engine isn't going to take me down is unrealistic, you know. Then again, I wouldn't say this game's bad. It's just really unrealistic.
All squadrons be advised.
I mean, also Fortnite got a new season, and I've played it. It's alright. It's not the best, but it's certainly better than the other seasons. So probably like do a review on that and play it. You just try to lock onto this one. Thing is, oh god, let me turn my jet around.
You're mine. I'll make it quick.
It's talking to them like drones, like they're real people. So I'm not sure if they're controlled by real people or not. Because I've heard in cutscenes of drones talking when we hijack their radio. Just I'm not sure if they actually do have pilots from like sitting down somewhere controlling them when they're in the sky, or they're just by themselves,
One remaining.
and they can communicate with each other and us. Like, it's either their AI or it's just some guy sitting in a military base controlling the drone.
All UAVs have been splashed.
I think we're all good now.
Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off.
Okay, let's protect them then.
Goose 1, take off.
I already know what happens in this mission, so I'm not going to be too shocked. But pretty much, yeah, the reason I chose this mission is because something happens to the president by my pilot, and pretty much he ends up getting in trouble for it. I think you can already guess from what I'm saying, but you'll find out.
Protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs. Gollum 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Gollum 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element. Vuku, forming up. Locked.
We lock, let me lock.
UAV down. Great job, Trigger.
Missed. Oh, we have a time limit, shit.
Roger. Sending UAV into transport. Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir.
MQ-101, what's the difference between the MQ 9s, I think? MQ-99? Not sure what they're called. No, they wouldn't be MQ-9, that's the Reaper, and that's the real drone. That isn't used by a superiority. It's not fast enough to be used by a superiority. They definitely don't look like this.
Mother Goose 1. Target locked. Firing. Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Shit. We try from checkpoint, we'll see how far we've gone.
Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading
I'm just going to crash into Mother Goose 1.
5 minutes remaining.
No, I just flew away. That's in a B-22 Osprey.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220. Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird. The big bird is coming, huh?
Arson Bird.
Protect Mother Goose 1.
What type of name is that?
UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs. Gollum 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Gollum 2, don't stray off on me.
He speed into them.
Maintain element. Vuku, forming up.
If they're bunched together, this should be a good hit. Not there. If they're bunched together, that's actually a good area to hit, because then you get more in one spray. Real quick, my call sign is Trigger, and yes, they do have call signs in the Air Force and military, but I'm not sure what they're based off. Mine's called Trigger. Didn't name it myself, that's just the character's name. But not sure how he'd get his, because you have to do something to get yours. Like, I guess they're like nicknames. I'm not really too sure.
Down any UAVs near Mother Goose 1.
If anyone knows about call signs, please let me know.
Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Okay, I don't really want this video to stretch out for too long, so pretty much what ends up happening is I accidentally fire a missile at a UAV that's near the presidential rescue aircraft, and pretty much what happens is the missile ends up hitting the aircraft of the president, and then I get sent to a jail area where then the prisoners are used to fight the enemy's aircraft. Pretty much what I was gonna say about that is pretty much one, they wouldn't use the prisoners to fight, and then two, they didn't really they put me in like a maximum security prison, but in reality it shouldn't be maximum security, because it was a mistake that pretty much anyone could have done while they were in the fight. Because pretty much, picture this: the UAV dodges the missile, but then behind the UAV, as the missile turns, it crashes into the V-22 Osprey, which the president's in. I mean, sure, I'd probably get sent to jail, but I doubt I'd get like life or something. And probably, I doubt if I got sent to a maximum prison. But that's just to keep the game story going. Well, I'm gonna try to, when I get like either my phone fixed or like another phone, I'm gonna try to put thumbnails on these, because they've been coming out pretty bad, and people normally look at the thumbnail to, you know, what's it called? What would be the right word? I mean, the thumbnail is like a first impression, so I guess that's why they would click on the video. So without a thumbnail, they just look bad. So I'm gonna try to get more thumbnails in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and my content, and I'll see you guys